Welcome to the Conscious Strength YouTube channel. Seems that a lot of people are trying to get off Ritalin and Adderall, which is fantastic. I'm all for people getting off the teat of Big Pharma. I've had multiple questions over the past couple of days from people who are either on Ritalin or Adderall or who have been off of them, and they're looking for ways to support their brain, particularly with focus and concentration, naturally, which is what we'll dive into here. Now, PSA, this is not medical advice. If you're on these pharmaceutical medication, seek the help of a licensed professional, whether it's a naturopath or a standardized doctor who gets it and will support your journey of doing things naturally. But what we're going to discuss here are just general concepts to help with brain health, to help with focus and concentration. These are things that I try to prioritize when I'm looking for good focus. And we're going to look at three categories: lifestyle, diet, and supplementation to support concentration. Starting off with lifestyle. These are very generalized concepts that apply to everything. You know, we're looking at things holistically here, which we always should. Mind and body, everything's connected within the human. So sleep, hydration, good breathing patterns. Making sure you're getting enough sleep, good sleep. Hydration, enough water. Good water too, purified water, maybe some minerals, electrolytes added to it. There's mathematical formulas you can find for how much water you should be drinking per day. It kind of depends on size and weight, activity level, and all those sorts of things, but enough water, good water. And then breathing. Do some breathing exercises, or at least focus on taking deep diaphragmatic breaths. When we're constantly in a fight or flight state, or we're shallow breathing in the upper chest, it will stimulate the sympathetic nervous system. It will stimulate more stress hormones. So getting deep breaths, whether you spend 10 to 15 minutes a day doing a meditation, focusing on deep breathing, or when you need some extra brain support or you're anxious or something like that, you take a few deep breaths, expand that diaphragm, will help to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system and relax you and help your brain. So sleep, hydration, breathing. Handle addictions. Particularly with Ritalin and Adderall, these drugs target the norepinephrine and dopamine receptors in the brain. So if you're looking for help focusing, even away from those medications, but just in general, if you're looking for help focusing and concentrating, having a bunch of addictions in your life will jack up your dopamine balance in your brain, and it'll be tougher to focus on things. So be honest with yourself and be aware. Caffeine, nicotine, sugar, video games, porn, all these sorts of things will mess up your general focus and concentration. So handle that. And then I'm a big fan of time in nature. Getting away from the concrete jungle, getting away from the electrosmog and all the EMF waves. That's another thing that can help your brain, is getting away and trying to mitigate all the EMF radiation in our lives. But take some time, go for a hike for a few hours, go on a camping trip once a month for a night or two, something like that. Time in nature will definitely help relax your brain, help you focus. And meditation you could put on there as well. Diet, real food. Again, some of these things are very general. JERF, J-E-R-F, just eat real food. Meat, eggs, fruit and veg, nuts and seeds. If you go dairy, make sure it's grass-fed or raw milk or something like that. So real food, organic, no preservatives, just general smart choices. Prioritize. These are things to prioritize in your diet for your brain. Omega-3 fatty acids, going to come from your grass-fed meats, going to come from fish, wild-caught salmon, ideally not farmed, sardines, seafood sources, and then some nuts and seeds like chia, hemp seeds, flax seeds will have omega-3 fatty acids. Granted, plant-based omega-3 is different than animal-based. Animal-based is easier for our bodies to absorb, but chia seeds, hemp seeds still help, still a source of some omega-3s. Choline is necessary for your brain for focus and concentration. This is going to come from eggs. So steak and eggs, great breakfast for your brain. Also, B vitamins come from mainly red meats as well. So again, steak and eggs. And then minerals, particularly magnesium. Try to get enough magnesium in your diet, in your body every day. I'm a huge fan of pumpkin seeds. A lot of zinc, a lot of good protein, fiber, good fats, but also a ton of magnesium in pumpkin seeds. But yeah, just make sure you're getting these things in your diet. You can supplement with some of these, but it's called a supplement because you're supplementing, which you can't get through your diet. Real food's always better. But let's talk about some supplements for brain health. Again, omega-3, magnesium, I have those listed here. If you can't get them in your diet, your brain will thank you if you supplement with them. Whether it's a powder or a pill magnesium, or you take Epsom salt baths, good way to chill and relax at night, helps with sleep, helps get the magnesium in your body. But magnesium in particular is the mineral that's used in the most processes in the body, from your muscle relaxation to brain health to your digestion. There's a lot of things in the body that need magnesium, and it's probably the mineral that people are the most deficient in of all of them. With our standard American shit diets, all kinds of people are deficient in all kinds of things. But magnesium is probably the most prevalent one of minerals people are deficient in. So get it through your diet. If you can't, supplement with it. Omega-3 fatty acids as well, like fish oils and things. If you can't get it through your diet, supplement with it. Also, I have probiotics listed here, which it can be kind of difficult to get probiotics through the diet. You got to eat fermented foods, kimchi, things like that. You can get probiotics through the diet, but it's often tough. So I like to supplement with probiotics a couple days a week. I'll take a probiotic capsule. But probiotics, having a good balance of gut flora, crucial for brain health. A lot of neurotransmitters are actually made in the gut. Then you have that vagus nerve, the nerve that directly connects the gut to the brain. So sometimes the gut is called the second brain because of how important gut health is to proper brain function. So you eat a lot of sugar, you're going to feed candida, you're going to feed bad bacteria in your gut, and it's going to screw up your nervous system. Reduce the sugar, try to eat fermented foods. If you can't, supplement with a probiotic. Make sure you're getting enough fiber every day as well. So probiotics, crucial for brain health. And then let's talk about some other supplements and things that I like and that maybe might work into your regimen. You can check out. Some of these you might have heard of before, some maybe not, but these are some supplements I like for brain health. L-theanine. This is the amino acid that is found in high amounts in green tea. So you can just drink green tea for this, great for your brain. Or you can take capsules or chewable sublingual tablets for L-theanine, but L-theanine helps promote what's called alpha waves in the brain. So you can look at charts. There's different sort of brain wave levels. Slower brain waves are associated with deep sleep. Higher brain waves are associated with anxiety and kind of being whacked out. But alpha waves are in this category of, I think it's 8 to 12 hertz, something like that. But alpha wave brain states are associated with calm, focused concentration. And that's what L-theanine helps to promote. So drink green tea, or you can supplement with it. I really like L-theanine for brain health. Alpha GPC, it's a, I don't want to say choline derivative, but it's very closely related to choline. That's what the C is for in alpha GPC. But this is a supplement that's sometimes found in energy drinks, sometimes found in focus supporting supplement blends, capsules, and things like that. I'm a big fan of alpha GPC for focus and concentration. So that's another supplement you can check out. Also, lion's mane. Lion's mane is getting super popular, super viral. It's a medicinal mushroom that helps to support pretty much all brain processes, whether it's focus, concentration, anxiety. Lion's mane also helps the nervous system to regrow nerve cells. So I've known people that have been in car accidents and they had head trauma, can't feel their arm, can't feel their body parts anymore, they take lion's mane for a while and they can start feeling again, because lion's mane will help the nervous system to create neurogenesis or create new neurons, nerve cells. So lion's mane's cool. You can take capsules, powder. I like liquid extract of medicinal mushrooms, but there's a few. And then I got some other herbs listed down here that are probably off screen, so we'll do that for now. Adaptogenic herbs. There's a class of herbs called adaptogens that help the body adapt to stress. Wow. So rhodiola rosea, holy basil, ashwagandha, reishi mushroom. There's a variety of adaptogenic herbs, but they basically help to balance stress hormones, balance neurotransmitters. They help not only with anxiety and depression, but focus, concentration, cortisol balancing, all these sorts of things. So you can get them in teas, you can get them in capsules and supplement products and things like that. I like holy basil tea. Good tea you could try out would be green tea with holy basil in it. I've done that before. I like that combo. Ashwagandha is getting pretty viral because internet, because TikTok, but it's a good herb. Just make sure you're getting it from a good source. Rhodiola. These are a little different, but they're all very similar as well with what they target. But, do your research, try them, check them out. And then the last category I have here is circulation herbs. So some herbs out there help support circulation through the body, whether that's by strengthening blood vessels or getting sort of more blood flowing in some way. Some of these circulation herbs that are commonly known to help with brain health, that are commonly found in focus and concentration supplement blends. Ginkgo biloba, popular one, might have heard about it before, helps with circulation to the brain, but throughout the body as well. Gotu kola is another herb that helps with strengthening blood vessels and promoting circulation to the brain too. So more blood to the brain, more oxygen to the brain, your brain's going to work better. And you can find some blends with both of these. I like taking both of them together. They kind of support each other when they support the brain, ginkgo biloba and gotu kola. And then another one I have listed here is called vinpocetine. Similar to these. Again, they're all a little different, but they're all quite similar. Vinpocetine is another circulation herb that helps with the brain. So there you go, guys. That is our video there on basically how to help focus and concentration naturally. Real quick, one thing when it comes to all these supplements, obviously you're not going to want to try them all at once. Try one at a time. Do your research on dosing and all that sort of stuff. Make sure you're doing it safe. And if you're doing any of these supplements while you're on Ritalin or Adderall, again, consult with a licensed professional. Make sure you're doing things safe and all that sort of stuff. But, maybe try one at a time and see how it works. If it doesn't do much for you, experiment with something else or maybe a blend, right? So just be safe, be smart, do your research. If you need to, if you feel like you need to, consult with a naturopath or, licensed physician for dosages and make sure you're doing things the right way. But yeah, don't just cram all this crap in your body at once and expect to be like a genius and have your brain function well. You got to be smart with it. There you go. How to support focus and concentration naturally. Natural Adderall. Hope you enjoyed it.